What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have 8 games on this slate tonight already. Some big injury news to talk about. We got a handful of guys questionable still, so things can always change up until lock. We had that wild beginning to the Timberwolves and Warriors last night where Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and McDaniels got ejected. I had Klay Thompson in every lineup. That was tough. We still cashed out the FanDuel GPP, even with Klay Thompson getting 0. That team had a lot of great production on it. Let's bounce back here overall here tonight and sweep the board. Feeling good about this slate so far. Hopefully these 5 picks help you out. 1 for each position using FanDuel salaries. And just like this video and make sure you are subscribed for all future videos. Point guard tonight, we got a huge surprising news update. Giannis was probable this morning and now he's out with a calf injury. Probably just being, very cautious with him. That's going to open up the door for Damian Lillard. This game looks great. It's a 224 over-under. It's now a 1.5 point spread due to Giannis being out. The Raptors, they play pretty fast. They don't have the best defense. They're also probably going to be without Anunoby and Gary Trent tonight, who are doubtful. So defenses are going to be slacking tonight because guys are missed. And I like Lillard at 8,100. He's going to have his Trailblazers usage here. Chris Middleton is still very limited. He's not playing over 19 minutes a game. So it's going to be the Lillard show today. He's going to get a lot of shots up. He only needs 40 fantasy points to hit value. Now, he's been, on and off all year, but Giannis has played in every game. So without Giannis, it's going to be a huge, huge usage boost. This turns into a DeJounte Murray play of last night. Was extremely high on DeJounte Murray, ended up dropping a 60 piece. Now, I don't think Lillard's going to drop a 60 piece, although he could. But he's going to have that same usage. He's in the same exact boat as DeJounte Murray was last night. Speaking of DeJounte Murray, the Hawks are expecting Trae Young to be back tonight, so they become, an afterthought in terms of value on this slate. Before I get into my second play, I meant to do this at the beginning of the video. We're just going to do a quick recap of what injuries to be looking at tonight. The Suns going to be playing their first game of the night with all 3 of their guys. Booker, Beal, and Durant. That makes them extremely unappealing. Kyrie Irving is questionable. This Mavericks and Wizards game is going to be a game we want to get to. It's a 244.5 over-under. That is the highest total of the year so far. 244 is massive. So if Irving is out, that's going to obviously open the door for a lot of people, including Luka Doncic. Jaylen Brown. So the Celtics and 76ers game is wild because we got Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis questionable, and then again the misery of Joel Embiid. He is questionable too. Yesterday was an absolute joke. He didn't get ruled in until like 6:42 Eastern, like 18 minutes before lock. I had to leave all of my lineups on edit because if he was out, I had to change the Paul Reed on everything, and luckily, he was in, so I had everything set, and I had to post to my website, a little bit last minute. The good thing tonight, though, Paul Reed is up to 5,000. So if Embiid is out, I don't really need to play Paul Reed. 5,000 is appropriate. I wish FanDuel did this more, where they had backups who are properly priced if the starter is out, just because they don't ruin the DFS slate. Makes me feel a lot better. This is a 7:30 game, so there's a good chance we don't get Embiid news, before lock, because knowing Embiid, we're not going to know if he's playing until 7:29 Eastern tonight, because he's a big old bitch. The 76ers never tell us anything. But either way, I don't care about Embiid. I care more about Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis, because Drew Holiday looks like a good value play if any one of those guys are out. But continuing with the injuries, we got Dennis Schroeder questionable, so that opens up things possibly. RJ Barrett missed last game with an illness, is questionable again tonight. Could be Josh Hart. Markelle Fultz got ruled out again for the Magic. And that about does it. Alex Caruso is also questionable. That could matter because DeRozan is already out tonight for personal reasons. So we might be falling into an Ayo Dosunmu cheap trap once again. So going over shooting guard, I like De'Anthony Melton tonight of the Sixers. He has seen, great starters minutes all year with Kelly Oubre now out. We saw him crush last night. He played 35 minutes, 30 points, 40 fantasy points. Everyone was on the Robert Covington train starting for Kelly Oubre, and he was an absolute disaster. I put him on the cash and hybrid team. He went up to 4,800. Who the hell does FanDuel think they are? He was 3,700 last night. He was like 50% owned in cash games. Played 16 minutes and did absolutely jack shit. Now up to 4,800. I wouldn't play this guy tonight if he was at 2,800. Pissed me off last night. The real beneficiary with no Oubre is Melton. He put up double the amount of shots he normally does. Scored 30 points. He's a guy that can get there in different ways outside of scoring. He steals, he gets assists, he rebounds a little bit. He needs 27 fantasy points, maybe more of a GPP play tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but he can play point guard and shooting guard. Obviously, if Joel Embiid is out tonight, that'll help him even more, but he's a guy you should probably keep an eye out on. He will have a lot of, extra opportunities, and it's not a coincidence that he played 35 minutes in the absence of Kelly Oubre last night. Small forward, one of my favorite plays on the slate. We can expect Caris LeVert to start tonight. Darius Garland is out with a neck injury, so LeVert's probably going to slide right into the point guard role. It's going to be him and Donovan Mitchell. I don't know who's going to be the legit quote-unquote point guard, but they're going to be the 1A and 1B guards for the Cavs tonight. It's an unbelievable matchup on the road against the Trailblazers. They have a dog shit defense. LeVert at 6,100 is just a smash play. I'm going to have a hard time getting off of him in any lineup tonight. He only needs 30 fantasy points. He's been averaging 33 on the year. And we've seen when he gets, extra opportunities with Garland out or Donovan Mitchell out, he, rarely fails to disappoint. 44 minutes against Indy, 50 fantasy points, 35 minutes, 47 fantasy points. When he gets those extra minutes, he's gonna do well. Now, he usually plays 30 minutes off the bench. With no Darius Garland, he's gonna start. There is a chance he plays up towards 40 minutes. I'm definitely gonna put him at 35 plus minutes tonight, and he is a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. This isn't. I don't know. He might be my favorite value play on the night. Probably going to have him in 100% of my stuff. Very, very confident in this play with no Darius Garland. Lock him into your lineups. Power forward, let's go to a guy who has failed, knock on wood, because I don't want to jinx it, but he has failed to disappoint. The 2 days I've picked him over the past, since Saturday, I picked him 100% on Saturday, and I picked him 100% November 13th, which was 2 days ago. So 65 2 days ago. I mean, Pascal Siakam looks great. He was 7,900 or 7,700 a couple days ago, and he was extremely high owned. Gone up to 8,300. He needs 41 fantasy points to hit value. He's projected for 44.5 right now. He has 60-point upside. It's an unbelievable matchup against the Bucks now without Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a 1-point spread. Should be a very tight game. No, or not confirmed yet, but doubtful for OG Anunoby and Gary Trent. We saw his numbers. 39, 11, and 7. If you can, you want to get him in. If you can fit in Scotty Barnes too at 9,500, these guys are going to look great. If Dennis Schroeder is out as well, Siakam will be on triple-double watch if Schroeder's out because he will be the main ball distributor. They might start Malachi Flynn or whoever the hell they want to start, but Siakam will have the ball in his hands. He saw 7 assists last game. This looks like a great play. Now, he's in the same boat as Julius Randle. Randle's 8,400. He's looking to be extremely popular tonight. Randle will probably be more popular than Siakam, but not by much. He's got a good matchup against the Hawks. You can't go wrong with either guy tonight. I'm going to go to Siakam because he should have a little bit lower ownership, and he has a higher ceiling than Randall. He displayed that 65 fantasy point ceiling last game, so I really like Pascal Siakam in this game tonight with all the injuries that the Raptors are facing. And then for center, Giannis is out. Let's lock in. Now, I've been saying lock in. I don't even like the term lock, but let's get some exposure to Bobby Portis. He has a good chance of starting tonight at power forward for Giannis, 5,700. He's been a good play off the bench. He's been playing mid-20s in minutes, even with the Bucks healthy. Due to Chris Middleton's minute restriction, he's been filling in, a chunk of those minutes. He's been playing really well. He's hit value in 5 straight games, and now we have no Giannis, and he's the same price. He might be right up there with Karis LeVert for my favorite play tonight. He should have no problem reaching 30 fantasy points. He's going to have 40-point upside tonight. He scored 37 in just 25 minutes last game. Again, like I was saying with Lillard and Siakam, this Raptors and Bucks game should shape out to be a very competitive game, 225 over-under. There's a lot of things to like in this game with injuries on both sides of things. Bobby Portis, power forward and center. Boy, he is looking like a great value play tonight with no Giannis. Put him in as well. Loving all of these value plays. Melton, maybe not as much, but the other 4 feeling really, really good tonight. To round out our video, like it, subscribe. Till next time, see you tomorrow. Peace.